Today we're doing the Ozette Triangle. I hope it's not anything like the Bermuda Triangle.
Good morning, Olympic National Park and Lake Ozette. We are about to do something called the Ozette Triangle, which will take us to the westernmost point in the US.
This is going to be so fun. I love a good adventure. On this hike, we're going to have 3 segments. The first segment is 3 miles through the rainforest.
And then we're going to end up on the coast.
Then we have a 3-mile segment across the beach. And this is where we need to be really conscious of the tides. We've got to hit this section at low tide.
Because if it's high tide, there's a couple of places that you can't pass without scrambling over some huge logs, and it just makes it a lot harder.
If you have to hit it at low tide, you don't plan on starting right at low tide. You want to hit it while you're kind of in the middle of that section at low tide. So we are giving ourselves plenty of time to get out there, have lots of time to explore, so that we can take our time across the beach and really enjoy this segment of the hike.
And then we're going to get into the trees again, but somewhere along there we'll actually get to the point that is the westernmost point of the US. And that'll be kind of cool. Then we hike another hour or so back through the forest, and we end up back here at this ranger station. Okay, we're actually back here on the trail. It is really pretty. It's big, huge pines that are back in here. And the trail is really well kept. I've already seen a few other hikers. This is a loop hike, even though it's a triangle. And we are gonna go clockwise, which our estimation for that is it's gonna give us a little more time to hang out at the furthest west point. So we're also passing people who have spent the night back in here. That's kind of cool. We're doing this as a day trip, so we're just gonna kind of blitz this one, enjoy it, check it out. Maybe we'll come back and do it again as an overnighter. We're walking on these boardwalks. I guess they go through these really soft, marshy, swampy areas. And these boardwalks are made out of like rough cut giant planks, and it's got a lot of character. But I think today we're gonna be doing a fair amount of walking on these boardwalks, and that's kind of different. Love the Northwest. They say though, if you are back here when it's raining, which it often is, that these things can get really slippery. We've been walking on these trestles for quite a while. I don't know, miles. And some of them are really rotten and you gotta be careful where you step. Others are brand new. We are getting close to the beach segment of this hike.
I can see the sky through the trees. We are almost at the beach. Let's go check it out.
We can hear the waves. Let's go. All right, we made it out of the forest onto the beach. It is worth the hike. I'm looking out here and all we're seeing is really cool sea stacks. Some of them are really sharp and pointy. Some of them have trees growing on them, and we are It seems like low tide right now. I guess it's gonna drop even more, but there is plenty of beach for us to walk on.
We timed this perfectly. We came out, it is low tide, like it is beach and tide pools and rocks and all of that. So we hit it just right. We just want to make it through to the other side before the tide comes back in.
So we have about an hour to do 3 miles to get us through the beach. I guess there's a couple places where when the tide's high, you have to end up scrambling over some of these sea stacks.
And some of these big logs too.
These logs, and everybody just says it's way easier and more fun at low tide. So I think we've nailed it on that. But I can see the coastline's definitely undulating. It's not a straight shot. I'm stoked to be out of the woods and onto the beach to see what the beach has in store for us.
It's a pretty cool contrast between the rainforest that we just came from and this beautiful seascape environment.
So far this beach section has been kind of the hardest. Either you're on these slippery rocks or you're in the sand and you sink down and you feel like you're almost walking in snow. So it's not easy walking, but it is beautiful. I mean, look at this. This place is really spectacular.
So one of my favorite things along the beach here are all these little hidden camps in the forest. Come check it out. This one comes with entertainment and a rope swing, and then look how beautiful they are. This is pretty deluxe. Got my seat around the fire. This is rad. So there's all kinds of fishing trash along the beach. Come look. There's giant ropes and nets and geez, it's just so embedded in here. What a disaster. This is an environmental mess. I don't even know what to do with it. Like, Weatherby Healthcare. Yeah, all these freebie junk bags, they end up in the ocean. What a bummer. I guess we could carry it out. Man, it is hot. I mean, like, hot here. Huh. I'm looking forward to the rainforest.
Well, here we are. Based on our map, we are at the westernmost point of the USA, contiguous, and it's pretty cool to be here. This concludes the beach section of this hike, and we're gonna jump back into the rainforest and hoof it back to the van.
All right, let's head back to the van.
Let's do it. So we're off. We're on the third and final leg of this adventure, back into the forest. Feels really good to be back in the forest. We've got more boardwalks here, but actually they make it real easy walking. My feet are definitely getting tired. It is hot. Feels a lot better in the woods, but we got about a mile more to go. This has been a wonderful trip. Recommend it to any of you guys. It's a beautiful way to see the Olympic Peninsula. I see the cars, I see the parking lot.
Hallelujah.
I had a great day, but I'm looking forward to going swimming.
Me too.
All right, we just finished the Ozette Triangle. This is a really great hike. It's 2 legs through the forest and 1 leg where you're along the coastline. And the Washington coast is the rocky, craggy coastline. It's got the sea stacks. It is beautiful. Now, to do this, you want to make sure that you're going to hit the coastline section before low tide, meaning that you're going to maximize your time while the tide is out, and you're going to be able to get through this section with the least amount of energy and effort. If the tide is in and is at high tide, you're going to have some obstacles to deal with, which actually some of the trails go up and over little buttresses, and they go up these dirty, really steep hills that have ropes hanging down, and you can kind of pull yourself up and over. But from what I saw, it's way more enjoyable to go at low tide. The walks through the rainforest is stunning. You're going to see a lot of different flora and fauna, and even on each leg of the hike, it seemed like they were quite different. One was steeper than the other. We did this in a clockwise fashion. A lot of people like to go counterclockwise too. I don't know, as far as we could tell, it didn't make a big difference. It is beautiful back here. There is a campground at the trailhead, and you can get a backcountry permit and backpack in and spend the night there on the coast. There's a lot of great campsites, and I think that's a great way to go. But this hike is possible to do as a day hike, as we just did. My watch is telling me that we're a little over 9 miles round trip. It's in a lot of the guidebooks. It's on Alltrails, and you can find information about this hike. We're here towards the end of August, and it is sunny and hot. It was a beautiful day, but actually, walking around on the beach there where we're in the bright middle of the day sun, it got really warm. Now I think we're gonna head over to Lake Ozette, which is really literally right there, and we've got a neat little spot where there's a boat ramp, and we're gonna go swimming, and that is gonna feel so good after a hot day on the trail. Please hit like and subscribe to this video. It really does help our channel grow. See you guys somewhere over the horizon. Peter Holcombe signing out.